Today is time of the month for me. It may be TMI, but I also feel like it's good to share so you're aware why I may have less energy. It's also relatable, and we love relatable. So we know we're not suffering alone in the world. Sorry, that got really tragic really quickly. Welcome to a new video. Today we're going to be building a tiny home for 8 Sims. Now there are 3 types of tiny homes. There's a micro home, which has 32 tiles. There is a tiny home with 64 tiles, and there's a small home with 100 tiles. I know I can definitely build houses for 8 Sims that are a small or tiny home size. The micro home, I'm actually unsure about. So maybe we should try for that first. The thing about building a micro home for 8 Sims, I would absolutely hate to play in it. Just because it'll be so small. I would rather have an 8 Sim small home just because it would be so much easier and enjoyable to plan because it'll be easier to plan. But for the purpose of this challenge, we can try a micro home and maybe upgrade it to a tiny home halfway through the video. We'll see how we go. So first up, let's get out the essentials. Ideally, it would be nice to have 1 double bed, and then the other 6 beds can just be bunk beds. I would like to make the home attractive. Okay, so that would be the bedrooms. I mean, really, you don't have to have a wardrobe because you could technically use a mirror to change your Sim's appearance, but we'll pop a wardrobe in there, maybe 2 wardrobes as essentials. Then we would need a kitchen. Now, working kitchen with the basic appliances would be oven, 1 bench space to be able to cut things up on, a sink, and a fridge. Probably also a good idea to have a fire alarm and a bin. We also need an outside bin. Technically, you don't need to have a dining table. However, it is a nice thing to have a couple of chairs to sit on. It could be too much of a luxury in this home, to be honest. And actually, we could probably put a sink on one side. I think that will still work. So you could even do this kind of a thing. So you have a prep station, a sink station, but you also share stools. So that could actually be kitchen and dining in one, because I think you could probably do both. And then the last thing that is absolutely necessary is a bathroom. So we would need a toilet, a shower. Hey, where'd my toilet go? There we go. And you could technically use a sink in the kitchen to wash your hands, but it would be a nice luxury to actually have a basin in the toilet as well. Probably not necessary, but very helpful would be to have some form of lounge room and entertainment. So I'm also gonna put just a 2-seater couch and a TV in there. I wonder if we could fit this into a micro home. I'm actually not that confident about it. We may also need to swap the double bed for another bunk bed. So let's see. How big is a micro home? Oh my gosh, that's already like over half of the home. A bathroom can be just 4 tiles, so that's cool. That's our home. That is the whole home. I mean, the next part is to just see if we can fit our furniture all in here. So you'd have, I mean, the other thing is there's a Murphy bed that can be used as a TV area too. But sometimes those things, although they're really cool, they're not the most like player friendly, you know what I mean? The bathroom's really easy because you can just kind of put it in this orientation. So that's in. The kitchen isn't so bad either because you could have it as soon as you walk in the door, just like that. And honestly, you could even have a lounge room where the TV's on a wall that's directly next to the stove. I wonder if a Sim can walk through there. This is kind of just wasted space. So this is not the most effective floor plan. Okay, so I reckon I need to test it with a Sim, but I do think this home could work for 6 Sims. Oh, I've gone 2 tiles over as well. How did that happen? I actually don't know if it's possible to include a lounge room in here and a dining space. Because I think what might have to happen is there is no lounge room in here. And it might have to be just like this. And I don't even know if this is going to work. So let's put a Sim in and see if it does. Okay, I've just moved the Harris family in. So that's 5 Sims. And let's just see. Can you get to these beds? You can get into there. Can you get up there? Let's just see if they can all hop into bed. Oh dear, one of them's afraid. What a pity. Oh my gosh, I was about to say I only have 6 beds, but I have these ones over here as well. Can you guys hop in the beds? Let's go, let's go. I don't think you can hop into this bed, can you? Okay, so you've gone to that bed. That's interesting. Can no one get up to this bunk bed? Well, they can definitely sit in these seats. Can you go to the upper bed up here? Okay, you can get to there. Okay, so they can't get to the top of any of these bunk beds. There's not enough room to go up the ladder, even though they can kind of walk between them. Let's think about this. This is actually quite hard. Could we put this bed over? Okay, I don't think this is gonna work. What if the beds were like this? No, you can't get up there. Oh wait, is that just because the ladder is on the other side? Oh, you can get up there. Excellent. Can you hop into this lower bed? This is the thing with these micro homes. Hey, over here. Why are you going outside? You've got to keep player testing them. Okay, great. Can you get into this bed? You can get into that bed. Why can't you get on top of this bunk bed? Yet you can get into the bed underneath. Kind of strange, don't you think? Okay, now you can get up to the top of that. What about the lower bunk bed? Now this has moved over a smidge. Whoa, lagging. Okay. All right, well, I think it does mean that everything's working now. I just want to double check these bunk beds. Okay, so bunk beds confirmed to work in this orientation. That's great. What we're having trouble with now is this, or are these. So there's a few things we can do. One is we toss the idea of dining chairs inside altogether, because we could have a dining area outside undercover, and then we could just have, oh wait, but we need the counter space technically. I mean, obviously you could just use a barbecue or a grill, but that's too easy. And we could do something like that. It is so weird. I know it's so weird. We could do it that way. You know, we could have a fuddy-duddy kitchen here. Remember the time when we thought we could have a double bed in this build? So tragic. We can put a wardrobe here. Bin and fire alarm, not a problem. Oh, actually bin is a problem. We can always make a 3-tile bathroom. You know, it is a thing we can do. And I believe all of this will work. Like, I feel really confident about this. Let's just check everything. Toilet, check, it works. We can use the sink, and we could take a shower if the other sim wasn't rude and just decided to go to the toilet while we're here. See how that works. 3-tile bathroom, all good. Can we cook something in the kitchen? Let's see. Can you cook a grilled cheese? It looks like it's all in working order. Can you use this sink? Yeah, no worries. Oh God, not the fire. Okay, we literally just started this. Oh, good Lord. Remember when we didn't have firemen? That was so sad. Okay, well, this is a working micro home for 8 sims. So yeah, we've pulled that off. All we have to do is just decorate it and make it look awesome. This is the fun bit. I feel like the hardest bit is making the layout actually usable. And the other nice thing is we don't have to be conservative with money at all in this house, because the house is so small. It's like, it's not going to be expensive to furnish. So I'm just going to stick to maybe dream home. What is this, high school? And of course, eco. Your girl doesn't stray away from eco. I'm trying to keep the color scheme kind of the same throughout the house. Like, we're not going too crazy, because I think in a micro home, you've got to keep it as simple as possible. I really, really desperately would love some new tiles in the game. I just love some new tiles with matching wallpaper. And don't worry, we will paint the exterior of the house, and we will have windows. We're working backwards today. You know what windows would work really well up here? This spa day one. You could even put like a couple. Actually, no, you can't fit a couple there. But you could have like these windows letting in some light. I feel like they all need their own little reading light. So we could do one above each bed. And maybe these wire lights, you could bend them or something. I don't want to put this bed the other way, but every time I move the beds, I'm afraid of messing up the ability of Sims to be able to hop into them. But surely that'll be okay. Okay. This is looking a little bit more cozy in there, right? And then we kind of need something behind here. You know what the craziest thing is? I have always thought that this wallpaper was wood, but this is technically a tile. That is so crazy. So this whole time I thought that was all wood. Oh, I'm never gonna look at it in the same way ever again. Please tell me it wasn't just me who thought that was wooden. Does that mean we have to change all of these now? I feel like I have to now. I mean, the good news is it's easy to find a tile that we haven't used before behind the stove. Oh dear. Do we like this sink not being built like into the space, I feel like it should be built in. I'm even going to go to the trouble of adding in just a little half wall. I love this. Or actually, that's more suited to the bathroom. So we can put that above the toilet. And then this one can be in the kitchen. Our lights above the bed that I'm nervous to play a test because I feel like it's not gonna work. And then I want to have a nice big long window right here because we don't really have a lot of light coming into this house at this stage. So we should have some big windows for sure. But the question is just how do you place them? Because I don't really want to be looking into the back of the oven. That's not very nice. I mean, do you do this kind of a thing? Maybe this kind of a thing. Snow escape coming to the rescue. And then yeah, I guess the door could be glass. We need a single glass door. I don't think there's a full height single door for the second wall height. I mean, the spa day is a little bit taller. That design I'm not as into. What a bummer. Yeah, it looks like our best option is probably this. I'd love to have a window exactly like this, but like 1/3. So it's super, like a really small slit of light going into the room. That would be really cool and so useful. There's so many different types of builds too. Look, if we're gonna go for this style, I mean, we're probably going to need like skylights because it's still quite claustrophobic in my opinion. And we're just not about the claustrophobic life, are we? I mean, maybe you are, but I'm definitely not. And I will show you guys why it's worth having my first pet stuff installed. It's because of this one blind that fits. Actually doesn't fit as well as I thought I did. I was going to say that fits perfectly over every window. I mean, it's pretty good. How did they already make a mess? Do we have a better fridge color? I feel like we need a light blue fridge like this one. Gorgeous. And you know what's going to make a really big difference in a tiny little home? It's going to be some beautiful greenery. So let's not underestimate the power of greenery in a house like this. I'll put some greenery in. I'm actually tempted to hold down Control and the 9 key, and also keeping in mind we have Move Objects on sheet, lifting up a plant to put on top of the fridge, just like this. Yeah, that's really cute. We've only used 1/3 of the budget because our budget for 8 Sims in a starter home is $34,000. So we can make it look like there's a picture, maybe resting on the fridge. Just gonna pull that in slightly. I'd love to be able to fit in this fig tree, but I mean, where are we gonna fit in the fiddle leaf fig tree? I guess at the front door if we really wanted to. We could actually get rid of that window and just add another door over here. So this could go out to an outdoor patio where you can go and eat something. We should really make the most of an outdoor area. I wonder if we could do something with these. Wait, have we always... Oh, no, it's okay. Oh my gosh, I thought for some reason we were 1 tile over the max, but we've actually got 1 tile to spare. Oof. That got me nervous for a second. You know the other thing we could do in this room? We could actually lift the floor up so there's like a little split level here just to make the house look that little bit more interesting. Okay, we're about an hour into this build, if you guys wondering how long this is taking in real time. I've read some comments from you guys where you've said, I really like hearing like the updates of how long it's taking. So that's the update. And don't fear. We are going to delete any flooring that might appear while we make these little garden beds. That's fine. A house near us actually has flowers that looks exactly like this canna plant. So I'm assuming our neighbors have canna plants, which is kind of cool. That they have like sim plants in their garden. So sad that it's like a bad season to be building in because we can't actually see all the flowers. Why didn't I just use the double version of this? I don't know. At least now we have. I guess we could have a back gate. Oh wait, no, this doesn't come with a gate, does it? It's going to be fully enclosed. Okay, so if we were to have some kind of skylight, it could be in the kitchen area. I mean, we just don't want the skylights to go over the walls. Now the problem is when you do delete roofing and then you place down flat squares again, it does count it as a tile. And this is the part that confuses me about the game. Because it's like, if I want to do interesting roofing, it's risky. So let's maybe work backwards with the roofing. So if we reduce this slightly, this could be an entire piece of skylight right here. Just that piece. And we could have the regular roofing. What does this look like? This looks bizarre. We could do a roof on the other side of the skylight that's like that, that's higher up. Ooh, I like this. So to cut out this floor, I think I'll have to isolate it like that. And then we delete these walls. And then this should still have flooring under it. What? Where did that go? Maybe it's because I have to isolate the flooring below it. Oh, this is going to be confusing, you guys. Because now if I delete this, delete that, that's deleted the whole roof, hasn't it? No, it hasn't. Excellent. All right, so sometimes if you're having trouble, you can isolate the space below the roofing, and that may solve all of your problems. All right, now that that is fully isolated, we can turn that into a skylight. Yay! That was complicated. I don't know how many of you guys were able to keep up with what I was doing, but that was complicated. And then what do we do on this side? Do we just kind of go like this? Like do like a bit of a weird thing over here? Do we want to do another skylight over here? Why are you doing this to me, game? I feel like it's this guy saying no to me because he's just standing there like he's on strike. He's like, you cannot do this to me. Well, this is my game. Do what I want. My idea is for this room, there's no walls in it. So we just have a see-through skylight on the roof. And it's actually okay if there's no ceiling in this room. So yeah, it's okay. Let's see what thick puppy roof looks like on here. That's a lot. I mean, it's very cartoony, which I think a lot of folks like. And it's not for everyone. So maybe we just take it back a notch. I think this roof is really strange, but like I kind of like it. I mean, it is a bit weird. Maybe hold down Alt and line this up. And I don't really like that you can see these through the wall either. And that's another thing. Once we paint the walls, we may run into problems too, just because the interior paint is going to be the same. And you can't really do anything about that. Do we want front overhang? I don't know. The more I'm looking at this, the more I'm like, it's just not working. I'm just going to have a little play. Okay, I had to go back because the tiles jumped. It seems to be whenever I fence in an area, it will build a floor inevitably, which is fine, which makes the count jump up. However, even if you delete that floor, it's still counting it. It doesn't revert back to how it was. So there's really like no way around it that I know of. If you guys know how to get around that, let me know. Unless we do like a... No, I don't know how to get around that. So I guess we just don't have fences. So that does mean we're gonna start the roof again. But you know what? Let's just keep it really simple. Let's maybe put a little bit more of an undercover area out the back because that's not gonna take up precious floor tiles. Then we can have our roofing at the front, a little bit more of an overhang. And then I do want to put a skylight in the front as well. So I'm just gonna quickly do that. All right, this is now definitely coming together. And I love these terracotta roof tiles. And we just do like the simple black. It's a cute little house. I'm not entirely sure about the glass awning at the front, but I do like that it kind of creates this little entrance cube. Oh no, can you guys see that under the roof line? It makes me so sad. The roof tile situation. Oh, of course, because it's overhang and we can't place the tile there. We could just put them on top and just be like, let's run with it. It'll make the house look more interesting. Wouldn't it be cool if we could like place plants on top of here? Like just place them on an angle? I mean, we can just cheat them on, I guess, and lift them up and kind of make it look like there's stuff growing up there. I mean, it's cute. Sometimes it's the things that don't really work that end up working. Use your flaws to your advantage, folks. Is there an extra tile here? So in the courtyard, we were going to have a dining area, and I'd really love to use one of the resin tables just because I think they're really cool. And according to this, the lot value is still only 10,000 simoleons, which I'm kind of surprised by. I thought it would be worth more now. So I hope that's still working okay. I love the rounded table, but because we do have 8 sims, perhaps we should use a bigger table. And I love this one. We might have to get rid of that, as cute as it is. And this is where they can eat. And I mean, we could be really extra and expand this even more. So that's more undercover. You could put the whole thing undercover. I think I'll just leave it like this. Looking very nice. I think we're almost done, and it's about at the 1 hour 40 mark now. So, you know, for a little tiny home, it still takes a bit of time to create. Oh, the lot value is actually 21,000 simoleons. That is more like it. I was like, why is the lot value so small? Also, I'm kind of scared to use any more terrain tool because there currently is a glitch where if you use more than one terrain, it like deletes all your terrain, or it will replace your terrain with the same kind of terrain. It's a really frustrating glitch, so hopefully they fix that up soon. All right, so we've still got like $10,000 to spare, actually 12,000. But, you know, just because we have the money doesn't mean we need to spend the money. I think this has actually turned out quite cute, you guys. Look at that. Should we maybe change the fence color? Like maybe it should just go with the rest of it, with the gray. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. This is also the worst lot for lighting. Like there's no good lighting on here, but anyway, here's the finished household. A micro home, believe it or not, for 8 Sims without any weird cheaty things going on. Like I feel like this house actually does properly work, and I don't think you'll need cheats to use it. You might need cheats to place it. The move objects aren't cheat, to be honest. Anyway, let's go inside. So you go inside and you're greeted with a fridge with a lovely plant on top. Speaking of plants, this is a problem. I think we need to move them up a little bit. I'll move them up before I put this on the gallery. But in here we have our kitchen. It's cute, you know? It's cute, it's little, it works. And then we've got our bunk room in here. What the heck? Oh, my PMS is making me get really grumpy at the game. What I'm annoyed about is I've put this roof on top of this room so many times and it keeps just deleting and I just don't know why. It's really annoying. Like this is the 50 gazillionth time I'm building this roof, and if it's put those tiles into the tile count, I might scream. Okay, it hasn't. It's also like 50 gazillion degrees in my office right now because it's like a 35-degree day. Are you, what? Okay, I finally fixed it, and it has tested me today, you guys. It has really tested me. So the skylight looks great. The roof is looking really good. We can see our fridge. We love the pot plant is there. We love the kitchen, that's working. We've got a nice little bunk bed over here. On the other side, this bedroom's really cute. I like the blue lights, little sleep time lights up there. I do like the color. We've got some pictures, a wardrobe. Can you believe it? We fit a wardrobe in. Like I said, the skylight does offer some nice lighting into this little house. Then we have our 3-tile bathroom that does work. Love it. Mirror there. And then if we go outside, this is a really, really nice courtyard. Like, look how pretty this is. Super cute. And I kind of like this ceiling that it kind of goes in and then you've got the boxes sitting out. It just makes it look more interesting. But it is actually a really nice little dining area. Yeah, I think we've done well. And just to complete the video, I really do want to check once again that all of these beds really are usable for my Sims, which is dangerous because I'm about to explode from PMS if it doesn't work, but thank God it does. So these are working. Nobody needs to panic. So that's really good. The Sim's using the bathroom in there. And that's it, you guys. That's our micro home. Anyway, guys, let me know if you enjoyed this video. As always, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Check out the Deli merch if you want to get 40% off. These designs won't be coming back, so get them while you can. As always, I hope you're having a lovely morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I'll speak to you soon. Dag dag.